We're going to look at some of the plant materials that are used in the production of wood products. This may be wood, it may be wood-like. It all comes out of the same sort of groupings. First one we talk about is Quercus, which is cork. Cork is a very interesting material. It is taken from the bark of the cork oak, or Quercus. They allow it to grow up to a certain size. They start stripping off the outer part. Notice they don't get down to the cambium. If they got down to the cambium, it would damage the tree. This is just the outer layer. They take that material. They will then process that material to make corks. We've got that video that shows you how that is done. We have bamboo. All bamboos are grasses. There are a lot of different types of bamboo. They produce these very interesting stalks that are rigid. You don't actually have the accumulation of wood because it's not accumulated over an annual basis. It's a one-time sort of basis. Bamboo can be very interesting. Bamboo can get to be rather large. They do use it in construction materials, really depending on where you've got everything going. This is a shoot of bamboo. As it comes out of the ground, eventually it will grow up to a much higher state. It does this rather rapidly. These things can reach 50, 60 feet in height. They will do that in a little less than a growing season. Leaves of bamboo look like this. They're very delicate sort of leaves. They have parallel leaf veins. They are grasses. We have Cyperus papyrus, which is papyrus. This is the biblical material that they use to make things out of it. They would pound it down to make the papyrus paper that they would write on. This is a piece of papyrus paper. You can see that it's got what looks like up and down stripes and right to left stripes. That's the way they put the paper together. It's kind of a woven type material where everything is pounded together. They make the paper out of it. And this is a close-up detail of what you have got as far as fibers running through this. This is Hibiscus cannabinus, which is called Kenaf. You can see the type of fibers that you would get out of this, and these can be used to make different things. These plants are grown so that you can get the vascular tissue and the type of fibers out of it so that that particular fiber can be used. The flower on this, it's a hibiscus type flower. This is Douglas firs, Tsuga menziesii. This is a very unique material. It is very common in the western United States where it is used for lumber. In the eastern United States, we use Pinus strobus and other types of pines. This is the eastern white pine in order to be able to make lumber or paper products from that. West Coast, they're using Doug fir. East Coast, we're using some sort of pine. Eastern white pine, southern yellow pine, they're all basically the same sort of materials. They produce a softwood because they are conifers. We have Tsuga, which is hemlock. You can see how this is a very large, stately sort of tree. This grows more in the northern type climates. Acer rubrum is red maple. Red maple produces a very nice, dense wood that is often used in the production of fine furniture. It grows in various parts of the United States. You can see the straightness of the trees going up. It produces a very nice dense wood. If you look at the flowers, you can see in this case male flowers. You can see the little anthers on them. These are the female flowers. You see the stigma and the style. When they are mature, they produce a winged samara. This will have the seed in it. These will break off of the plant. They come spinning down and they catch air currents where they can be disseminated quite good distances. We have eucalyptus. There are many different types of eucalyptus. These look like straight long poles going up forever. They are quite good for the production of wood or the production of other materials, pulp. Sometimes they use these to make charcoal. The flower of the eucalyptus plant is a very interesting one. It comes out of this operculate little bud. You can see the outer part of the bud falls off. The stigma style ovary in the center. Around the outside, you've got all the anthers. Got quite a few of them. Lucina is a type of bean. Fabaceae. You can see the pods on it. This is a type of wood that can be used to produce a lot of different fibers. If you take the pod and you open the pod up, you can actually see the little seeds on the inside. Swietenia macrophylla, mahogany. These are very pretty stately trees down in South Florida and other parts. They produce a very high quality wood that is quite gorgeous when it is used to make things. The fruit of the mahogany plant looks like this. this. It opens up into a very unique format. It's got a lot of little seeds on the inside of it. The seeds are attached to little other parts. When it opens up, looks like a really unique jigsaw puzzle. Very unique tree, produces a very high quality wood. Mulberry. There are a lot of different types of mulberry. The flowers in here and the fruits I've got in here are actually from Morris type mulberry. There is another type of mulberry. It says papifera, which means you're going to make paper from it. You have these unique fruits which have many flowers on the same stalk. They are quite a unique thing. You can use a lot of different things in order to be able to produce fibers from woody type materials. This is Tetrapanax papifera, which is often called the rice paper plant. It grows very well in this area. It has a very unique format. The fiber on this is harvested in order to be able to produce paper. You can see the format of the inflorescence. It is a very congested sort of thing. You can see how it branches off. A panicle of umbels up on top. It produces a rather copious amount of seed. If you look at the individual umbels, you can see everything coming off from the same spot. On these, you can see out of the top of that, the stigma and the style sticking out. These are a grouping of different types of material that can be used either as a woody type material or where we can get woody fibers from them for other purposes.